thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
So folks, it's Friday night, and in stock tonight is a fixture which quite often we would look at and call it 3 PM trash. Blah, get it away. However, I would say don't judge this fixture by the cover, because Wolverhampton Wanderers right now have the best winning streak in the Premier League going to the Etihad Stadium.
Time for cities and towns to start dreaming again. Walking in the footsteps of giants. Incredible! I do not believe my eyes. This is extraordinary. Greatness awaits.
Good evening, everybody, folks, and welcome back forward here, folks. Once again, everybody, thanks them to Real Football. My name is Tom, and I'll bring you the watch along today. Tonight, folks, everybody from Manchester City, who do take on Wolverhampton Wanderers live in the Premier League. If you do not watch on the replay, then please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. And thank you very much indeed, folks. Everybody's joy is here today. Kickoff is coming your way at 8 o'clock. And, folks, I am excited to inform you that this game week is going to be a 7-piece Premier League game week. That is because there is a Friday night fixture, there is a Monday night fixture, there are 3 Saturday fixtures, which we will be live for, and, of course, your 2 fixtures live on Super Sunday. And it all starts at the Etihad as City face a very much in-form Wolves side. And tonight could be one of those nights where I could cash in. That's right, people. We have managed to find an excellent price boost, and it's an amazing one. 11-1 odds, a £2.50 stake will return £30 if Torino, Getafe, and Manchester City all win. That, for me, off a £2.50 stake, is absolutely brilliant. Bet Builder, the one that I have built myself is Manchester City to win or Wolves to win. No backing of a draw in this fixture. And under 5.5 goals, over 6.5 corners with over 23.5 shots in the game. And then there is also a pre-built price boost Bet Builder, which is worth £2.88. I put 50p on it. And Wolves to win or draw. Mateus Cunha's have 1 shot on target. Wolves to score at least 1 goal in this match, over 0.5 to be exact. And the team booking points to be over 19.5. I have no idea, to be exact, what booking points means. But I will figure that out, I am sure. Fraser is here, and yes, I've got that feeling as well. And Wolves have got the best winning streak in the Premier League right now. They have won 6 games in a row, and that is for sure the best winning streak at the minute. And there are so many talking points in the minute as well, because obviously Nottingham Forest, in their game, which was pushed forward because of the FA Cup semi-final, they lost last night to Brentford, and they've got a lot of work to do now, haven't they? And we talked about Forest, getting back on track. I just feel as though maybe it's a bit of fatigue. Maybe I don't know what's going on, but clearly at the end of this season, Forest are beginning to struggle, and their Champions League space is now under threat. So for me, they lost that game. At the City Ground, that is 2 on the bounce. They've lost at home, 3. In the last 4 they've lost, of course, including that semi-final at Wembley. It's still good, but the season they've had for the majority merits more. So yeah, they've got Crystal Palace on Monday, and Palace, well, we know that they're going to have their tails up. Crystal Palace did an amazing job last Saturday in the semi-final. They won 3-0. It was an absolutely astonishing win, and they fully deserved to be in the FA Cup final. So they're going to have their tails up, and I do feel as though it's going to be very difficult for Crystal Palace to for Forest to beat Palace on Monday. But Forest need to find a win from somewhere, because otherwise they are at risk, shall we say. Yeah. No, we will analyse Forest more, probably on Sunday, because obviously, Forest will be looking at Newcastle as well. Newcastle will play a big part in what happens to Forest, because if Newcastle lose to Brighton, I have not backed that, by the way, then that will obviously help Forest. Yeah, I don't know why. And I have to apologise, folks, by the way. because I did not go live again after Tuesday. I was feeling a little bit demotivated after Tuesday night. Many emotions, really. So I can only apologise deeply. Wednesday I was sat there and I just didn't have the motivation to build a live stream. So I am awfully sorry for that. And obviously Thursday I was out and busy, you know. But next week... Next week, we're going to be a little bit more consistent with it. We're going to go for the rolling order of Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and unless Chelsea are playing Man United next Friday, then no. I think that might be, I don't know. Yeah, I can't remember which week it is, but there is one week where Chelsea are playing Man United on a Friday night. Let me find that Chelsea Man United game for you, because I want to watch that. Chelsea Man United is going to be good. No, yes, Chelsea Man United is not next Friday, so yeah, I'll have that Friday off. Tomorrow, it'll be Villa against Fulham. We are going to probably do Leicester Southampton at 3 o'clock tomorrow. There's only 2 3 p.m. kickoffs to choose from. Arsenal against Bournemouth is going to be kicking off at 5:30. We'll be live for that one. And then Super Sunday is Brighton against Newcastle before Chelsea host Liverpool. Yeah, I'll see. It's going to be difficult, though. It's going to be difficult, and there's no lie about that. I've still not got a job yet. But obviously, I plan to buy cameras and, you know, all these things. Money, unfortunately, can either be a key or a barrier. However, I'll figure it out. 7:52 in the UK, slightly late for the team news, but let's have a look at that team news for you guys right now. Give me 1 second, by the way, folks, as well. I pressed the wrong button. Hang on a minute. All right. Right, there we go. That's all sorted. Right, team news 7:53. Yeah, I was supposed to do this 4 minutes ago, but I got too excited talking. Good evening to Kate and Jonathan. Good to see you and welcome aboard. How you doing? We've got 7 Premier League games live this weekend, and yeah, it's going to be a nice busy one. And I go before you ask, am I looking forward to the bank holiday? No, Thomas, aka Tom, I do not like bank holidays. Okay, I do not like bank holidays. I think bank holidays are boring because nothing's open. Yeah, I'm not a bank holiday person. So you'll probably find a bit of a bored and... Yeah, you'll come across a bit of a bored Tom. Because I will have been bored all day. But yeah. So, you're about to see a flurry of green ticks on Wolverhampton Wanderers form, because that's exactly where we are going to look first on the stats table and the lineups table for this Premier League fixture. And there it is. Down there, 5 wins straight for Wolves. It's actually 6, but of course, we start with them beating West Ham 1-0 and then beating Ipswich 2-1 away. What a win by Wolves. A really good performance as well when they beat Spurs 4-2, making sure that they kept a 2-goal lead intact. Also winning 1-0 at Old Trafford was a huge step forward for them, which is something they haven't done in quite a while. And a 3-0 win against Leicester pretty much confirmed that they are going nowhere. And Wolves, well, at the beginning of the season, they were under threat. But now they are flurrying in form, whilst West Ham are staying up only because Ipswich are quite simply shit. And yes, just to confirm that for you, West Ham, due to Ipswich's inability to pick up points and form, are safe because Ipswich have been relegated quite promptly, really. Yeah, no surprise there. Of course you can. Just give me 1 second while to get through this team news because I am a bit talkative today. Edison begins in goal for Manchester City, a back four of Ruben Diaz, Josko Gvardiol, Mateus Nunes and Nico O'Reilly plays behind a midfield split into 2 parts, a defensive two of Mateo Kovacic, and Ilkay Gundogan plays behind the attacking 3 of Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne and Jeremy Doku, leading the front though by himself is lone striker Omar Mamouche. But there is good news for Manchester City, and that is that Erling Haaland is available back on the bench today. Stefan Ortega, Manuel Akanji, Rico Lewis, Jack Grealish, Nico Gonzalez, Phil Foden, James McAtee and Savinho join Erling Haaland on that bench. For Wolves, it's a 3-4-2-1 formation, which is pretty much the reverse of what Manchester City are playing. Jose Sarr begins in goal as opposed to Sam Johnston. The back 3 is Matt Doherty, Emmanuel Agbadou and Totti Gomez plays behind a midfield 4 of Ryan Ait-Nouri, who can invert back into the back defence at any time. Andre, João Gomez and Nelson Semedo, who wears the captain's armband, join him in that back 4 midfield, leading the front. There is a diamond front 3 of Marshall Munetsi, the man who strangled Gabriel Kai Havertz on the opening fixture of the season at the Emirates Stadium, and got away with it, is starting today, alongside Mateus Cunha and John Rickner Bellegarde. And on Wolves' bench is Dan Bentley, Santiago Bueno, Nasser Djiga, Pedro Lima, Tommy Doyle, Pablo Sarabia, Hwang Hee-chan, Rodrigo Gomez and Gonçalo Guedes. A quick look at the league table then, and then we'll get to Kate and Jonathan. For Wolves, it is another chance to pick up points on this fine Friday evening. They can move themselves to within 1 point of Crystal Palace if they beat Manchester City at the Etihad here today. And of course, they will want to increase their winning run of 6 and turn that into 7. For Manchester City, it's a chance to move themselves above Newcastle by goal difference with a singular point. But with the 3 points, they can move to within 3 points of us and on to 64 points. Kate and Jonathan. Jonathan, you do want to explain something about you. You can go ahead with that now. I am fully attentive to the chat now. I just want to set it stone and clear as well before I go any further. Tomorrow is going to be the last normal Saturday of the season. I think off the top of my head, that tomorrow will be the last Premier League 12:30 kickoff of the season. Oh, bless you. I hope you're okay, mate. I do hope you're okay, mate. Well, Josko Gvardiol is one of the top rankers with clearances, defensive duels, and also getting goals as a defender. He can be a bit of a monster. And Andre, well, he is one of the top rankers for Wolves, with passes between the lines coming second in his Wolves rank. Passes accuracy under pressure, he is first for that. Yes, I am following off the Sky Sports stats on the screen. But Erling Haaland, last season's top scorer and presumably Golden Boot winner, has not been quite the same this season, and he has had a long-term injury for about a month or two, but he is back and available to sit on the bench today. Well, a fixture that has intrigue added to it. Wolves with an incredible winning run of 6, the best in the Premier League as things stand. Yes, Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool have not managed to win 6 games in a row in their most recent run. So will they continue that today? And I can't remember the last time Wolves beat City at the Etihad. But hey-ho, right now, they're in a good moment. What better time to do it? And don't forget, guys, I will reiterate the fact that tonight, just off £2.50, if Torino, Manchester City and Getafe all win, that is a whopping £30 return. It's an amazing return with some amazing odds. It's a price boost, and I would love for that to come through. We're off and we're running at the Etihad then. Here we go. And it was 1920. Yes, it was. City 1, Wolves 2, I think it finished. So yes, let's in fact, when did that start? 7:45. So let's take a look at the Getafe and Torino scores right now. Getafe have just kicked off, so we'll have notifications on for them. And we're looking at Torino, who I believe are Italian. Yes, they are. And they are playing Venezia. So we want City, we want Torino, and we want Getafe to win. Because of that 30. Honestly, I was amazed. I mean, if I put a £5 on, I would have got 60 quid. But I decided to not put a £5 towards it. Who's he managing right now? Ruben Diaz, line one up. It was one of those types of shot. He got a nice bit of slow kind of rise on it. It was sort of floating, and you're thinking that might just nestle, but it didn't. Thank you, Jamie Carragher, for reminding us of your awful commentary of when Arsenal visited the Etihad Stadium and John Stones scored in an offside position. And, of course, Erling Haaland evaded being sent off for violent conduct against Gabriel Magalhaes. Napoli again. Oh, big chance. Cunha. Just off target. I want to ask you guys then, because obviously right now we are watching Wolves, you know what I mean, as the most informed side in terms of wins. So I want to ask you this. What do we think of the Vitor Pereira Wolves versus the Gary O'Neill Wolves? Because Vitor Pereira right now is getting the best notes out of the Wolves instrument. So What do we think of the Vitor Pereira Wolves? Please give me your opinions, because right now they seem like a positive team who are much more competitive, a lot harder to beat, and most importantly, they're scoring goals. But they're also starting to add a bit of a style to the games they play in. For example, what I really liked, I mean, even though I didn't watch any of that game, I could see a style of, hang on a minute, we've got an attitude of, you know, we want the game to go this way. We want to win the game by 2+. That was really showing it when they played Spurs, because obviously they went 1-0 up, they went 2-0 up, they conceded one, and then about 3-4 minutes later, they go and get one goal, you know, back in response to Spurs to restore the 2-goal lead. Again, Spurs score, and again, Wolves respond. That was I felt, a real display of the right attitude of a team. I love it, yeah. I think he's great. I mean, obviously, I got to experience him at Blackburn Rovers, you know, because on a freezing cold January or February day, whatever it was, I went to Ewood Park. Wolves were there. And yeah, I saw Vitor Pereira. I met him. He's a great guy. And you can see straight away that he's a manager for the fans. And exactly how Fraser pointed out, yeah. He goes to the pub, he celebrates with the fans. He's a manager who respects the fans of his club, and he gives the fans time. Whilst doing that, he's making Wolves a lot better. And I think that since Vitor Pereira's come in, West Ham been quite exposed. I mean, Graham Potter, obviously, we know he's an all right manager. He did well with Brighton, not so well at Chelsea. But West Ham are getting exposed because, you know, Vitor Pereira's come in and Wolves are now performing. You know, they're the most informed side at the minute. And it just goes to show, from a West Ham point of view, that you know, the way Wolves are going now, had Ipswich been better than what they were before they got relegated, confirmed relegated, West Ham probably would have gone down. I mean, arguably, yeah. I mean, if he can get let's go back to that league's head. Wolves can't move up the table, but they can go to within 1 point of Palace. But I want to see what Vitor Pereira does with Wolves in his first full season. How far will Wolves get up the table? What will Wolves achieve? Bellegarde's won a corner here. What will Wolves achieve under Vitor Pereira in his first full season? That's what I'm interested to see. Because absolutely, I mean, you can judge a manager of a half a season, but you can't properly, you know, give a full opinion on him until you've seen him do a full season, seen what league table position he puts the team in. Cunha to the back post then. And it's not great news for that £30. Rayo Vallecano have taken the lead against Getafe through Florian Lejeune. Here is Menetzi. And that's going to be a free kick. It is a foul. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next season, really, as well. I want to win the league, though. This season, the only reason why I care about winning the Champions League is because I have no choice. If I had a choice and I could still win the Premier League, I would say dump the Champions League, get me a Premier League title. But that's not possible. And obviously, you know, we are in a in now a position where we're probably going to get knocked out of the Champions League. So next season, I want to win the Prem. Right now, it's a bit of a position of what do I want out of Arsenal next season? What goals am I going to set? What are my expectations? But I want to. Well, for sure, I want a trophy. And I do wonder as well, maybe Liverpool might get a bit of second season syndrome with Arne Slot. It might be interesting because a lot of teams do get a second season syndrome when something's changed about the club and it's the second season of that change. I do think Liverpool have a good start to the season. However, I reckon they'll fall away at the end of the season, next season. And I think City will be more up there. And I would like to see us be a lot more competitive and aiming for that 90 to 80 point mark, really. Because this season, from our point of view, has not been good enough. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Forest as well. It was quite sad, actually, watching them in that semi-final on Sunday. It was quite sad because, you know, they've had such a great season, and you feel as though if that was in the Premier League at the City ground against Manchester City, they probably would have won. I honestly can't explain what's going on with Forest right now, but what I think it might be is just a little bit of tiredness, maybe a bit of getting figured out as well. I just think that, just like for Arsenal, you know what I mean, the season needs to end for Nottingham Forest. You know, for Arsenal, for Forest, and probably for Manchester City as well, or by the FA Cup final, the season needs to end. It's a season that is practically done in all areas, or bar who's going to be the FA Cup winner, who's going to win the Europa League, who's going to win the Conference League, who's going to win the Champions League. Besides all that, it's a season that needs to end. I don't understand a word of that. Bonsoir, Monsieur, Tom, comment vas-tu? What does that mean? What is it, Belgian or something? What language is that? I do not know a single word of French. The only thing I can say in French is un, deux, trois. 1, 2, 3. But I am fluent in Spanish because yo hablo inglés y no mucho español. Yo no comprendo le français. Mi llamo es Tom. No comprendo. No, I refused to learn French in school. Yes, modern foreign languages was one of the lessons that I had about once or twice a week in the so-called Key Stage 3, which is practically year 7, year 8, and year 9. But I said, no. I said, no. I don't want to learn this. I want to learn Spanish because I said that I probably would have no reason to visit Oh, you jammy git. That's why you're speaking French. Your UEL comment. Well, Manchester United were brilliant at Athletic Club. They were brilliant. What a performance on Manchester United yesterday at Athletic Club. You know, winning 3-0, particularly away from home. That's probably a statement to say, look, we're going to get through no matter what you do to us in the second leg. An Athletic Club are not Real Madrid. So I don't feel as though there's going to be much threat for Manchester United of a, what's the word again? Remontada, that's it. I don't feel as though Manchester United will feel as though there's a threat of remontada. And Spurs, they've got to go to Norway, obviously, and play Bodo Glimt, but they are 3-1 up. And I feel as though they can get at least a draw in Bodo. As long as they don't lose 2-0, they're going to go through in 90 minutes. The obvious answer for me is no, I'm not going to your parade. It's a free kick here to Wolves. It's been an even game. First 15 minutes. No, the only parade the only parade I'll go to is if Arsenal win the Champions League. But I think we're going to go out. I don't see them. I don't see us be able to complete the remontada. Cunha trying to get around Diaz, couldn't quite do that. Yes, I don't see Arsenal being able to complete a remontada in Paris. Real Madrid do want us to win the competition, though, apparently. From what I've been told, Carlo Ancelotti, after we beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu, said to the press and to Mikel Arteta, he wants us to win the competition. So maybe we'll just have to honour that and try and do a remontada. Here's Doku. Round Nelson Semedo. Next couple of days is going to be interesting. I want to see how the weekend pans out. I want to see what we do against Bournemouth. We have to be ready for Wednesday, though. And I mean, we have to be ready for Wednesday, and we have to perform at our best on Wednesday. And a lot of the bad results for us are happening at home at the minute as well. That's the even more kind of worrying thing. The bad results of recent for us have happened at home. Losing to West Ham was at home. The inability to beat Everton was away. Yeah, a lot of the bad results was a bit at home. And that just worries me a little bit. Against Bournemouth tomorrow, I mean... And the thing is, if they do go 2 goals up, you know, like they did 2 seasons ago, are we going to have the spirit to come back? Because what are we fighting for is what Mikel Arteta will be saying. The players will be saying to themselves if they go 2-0 down like 2 seasons ago. No, I just want to see us win tomorrow. Right, Nori. Oh, what a ball. Andre scoops it across for Semedo. Semedo's ball in towards Aït-Nouri. It's a loose ball. There's the shot, which comes in from Andre. Hit it first time. And he wants a deflection for a corner. He is not going to get that corner. But Wolves are in this game, and Wolves are playing well. My main comment on this is going to be the fact that, well, Wolves look a lot more confident playing against Manchester City here than they did at Molineux earlier in the season. And that's something that Vitor Pereira has changed as well, because Wolves tend to turn up for the big occasions, even under Gary O'Neill, but they look a lot more confident and prepared to play. You know what I mean? And they're more going, you know what I mean? They're being more brave, is what I'll say. They're not being penned back. They're not scared to come out. You know, they're coming out at City, and they're making it a competitive and even game. Yeah, Wolves played to the best of their ability under Gary O'Neill when at Molineux against City, but they lost. You know, John Stones scored a late winner. Now, though, it looks like a team who have got a new best of playing, a new level of playing. They look a lot more commanding, a lot more braver to come out. It's going to be an interesting one, this. Sarr punched it away. De Bruyne, lovely ball. He's going to drop for Marmoush, and he's blazed it over. Kamara is here, by the way, as well. Welcome to Kamara. How you doing? But yeah, from the Wolves' point of view right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And oh, what a ball. What a ball. They are in. Bellegarde, oh no. Menezzi was on the stretch for it, and he couldn't get enough purchase on the ball. Either that or he couldn't stretch his leg out. Oh, my word. This break, you could watch it all day. It's beautiful, and it's onside. What a sensational slip ball through. Oh, they should have scored. I mean, that. You could watch that all day long, that kind of ball through. It's beautiful, the way it just goes round and under the defence, and it's just perfect. Oh, what a chance for Wolves. Charlie, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. That's another great ball. Offside, though. Yeah, Semedo, he looked slightly in front when he received the ball. And straight away, the whistle had gone for offside when he touched the ball. Yeah, there you are. That freeze frame there clearly shows it. It's just offside. We don't understand French. I can only speak English or Spanish. Yo hablo inglés y español. Yo no hablo le francés. Do you believe in the remontada? Let me ask you this right now. Arsenal fans in here. If Real Madrid cannot complete a remontada on us, why should we believe that we can do a remontada? I don't believe in that. I don't believe that Arsenal can do a remontada on PSG. I mentioned it about 5 minutes ago, but I think there's an issue at home, and I think there's an issue at home at the minute. I think there's an issue at home because a lot of our bad results of recent have come at home. Here's Munez, Marmouche, tackle. I mean, look at the results of recent. Losing 1-0 at home. When was the last time we won at home? When was the last time we won at home? Seriously. Was it Real Madrid? I'm worried about Bournemouth this weekend as well, a little bit. We've not looked great at home. We've had problems against Bournemouth at home before with the 3-2. And I said it. If we go 2-0 down like 2 seasons ago against Bournemouth at home, and Aït-Nouri open goal inside of the post, and Aït-Nouri beaten away by Ortega, and then Semedo, 3 big chances. What an R. Well, Wolves are making this a great game. And once again, I'll say it. Vitor Pereira versus Gary O'Neill brings this out of Wolves. They played against they played against Man City at the Molineux, and they played to their best. But their best at that time under Gary O'Neill was defending as hard as they could and hanging on. But here we're seeing a competitive Wolves side who are having big chances and are really, really going at Man City. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. For me personally, I think we're in trouble. I think we're in trouble tomorrow. Because, like I said, I don't think the players are going to have that same kind of spirit to come back and win the game 3-2 if we go 2-0 down like we did 2 seasons ago. Because quite simply, what is there left to compete for in the Premier League is probably what those players are thinking. Because I would say Champions League is secured for us. So yeah, that's my worry. If we do go 2 goals down, will the players even care to try and come back? I don't think so. Yeah, we ain't. If I could have a fast forward button in my hand right now, I would absolutely go and press that fast forward button to next season, because, like, yeah, I mean, you do wish that you could just fast forward, don't you? Sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, we'll see. De Bruyne balling, good defending by Nouri. Is it going to drop? It's come off Minetzi. It's fell to Marmouche, and it's on to Bernardo Silva. And that's a great ball in, and I think that was Dokusu who got his head to it. It's well taken down by Cunha. Here's John Rickner Bellegarde. The ball forward was intended to get Wolves on the pitch, but there was no Wolves player that far advanced. Yeah. I mean, the excuse is going to be that we didn't have Partey. And he was an idiot to get himself suspended against, to get that yellow card against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. He was an idiot to do that. Yeah, it's just... It's tiring, this, you know. It's not streaming to you guys, but, you know what I mean, trying to fast forward through Premier League weekends just to get to Champions League matches and then be disappointed. Do you know what I mean? Like, more than anything right now, I just want next season. Like, I could not be more desperate for next season than ever right now. Like, I just want to get to July, really, now. Because July is the time where pre-season begins, you know, and all that stuff, you know, all the good stuff. It just feels as though we're running, you know, we're trying to chase a runaway train. But we can only move at like 5 miles an hour. You know, Man United practically are. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, you might be in a bit of trouble if you lose 2-0 against Bodo on the 9. You're not winning the Europa League. Man United last night, what a performance. That, for me, is enough to say that they'll win the trophy. Marmouche. Well, still 0-0, 32 minutes gone. And it's been very even. But there's been chances, and it's been good to watch. I don't know. Riley blazes it. Cry. If we don't win the Champions League and they win the Europa League, oh God. No. I'm gonna be backing United to win the Europa League. I think it's fair to say that. Kovacic. Yes, but also, look, what I'm going to say to you is, if we don't win the Champions League, sack him straight away. I would like Josh Kroenke to be ready for when we get knocked out of the Champions League, or, you know, if we get to the final and we lose, I want Josh Kroenke to go straight up to the manager and tell him he's sacked. That Arteta should be warned that if he does not deliver a trophy, he is gone. I want to see Josh Kroenke, honestly, I want to see Josh Kroenke be a bit ruthless. Yeah, if we get knocked out of the Champions League on Wednesday, I want Josh to go straight up to Arteta and tell him he's sacked. That is it for you, Mikel. Because we can't keep going around in circles like this. Doku, De Bruyne, and it's 1-0 to City. De Bruyne scoops it into the net. And Wolves, despite their positive attitude in this game and many chances, it's City who strike first. City 1, Wolves 0. Hopefully not. That would be a disaster. That would be a disaster. That cutback from Doku, and then it's a first-time hit from De Bruyne. And it's 1-0 City. I hope not. Yeah. Get this season over. Is what that's all I'm going to say. Just end this season for Arsenal right now. Just end the season. Yeah, I just want the season over for Arsenal. I want to move on. I just want to get to I want to get to July so bad, so bad. Like, you do not understand right now how desperate I am just to get to July, get to the pre-season, and be back out there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Ready for the new season now. There's still a chance on Wednesday, but I am more than ready for the new season. And unfortunately, we've still got over 23 days left of this season. It's the only thing I can dream, mate. I'll be honest with you straight, though. I would have sacrificed Munich Way. They're going, do you know what killed me so much this season? I think the biggest bite on my backside this season was Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. For me, like, I was desperate for us to get to that final and go to Wembley. That really bit me, and that kind of, yeah, that hurt. That was the moment of the season where I was hurt. You do not understand how desperate I was to get to the Carabao Cup final this season. You know, I thought we had a great journey. You know, and I'd been, you know, and I'd been to almost every Carabao Cup match. You know, but when we went out to Newcastle, the fashion that we did it in. I know, but it's it killed me. It killed me. It really did. That killed me. On that Carabao Cup final day, watching us play Chelsea, and then being at home looking at Wembley Stadium, that killed me. I wanted to cry that day because I just wanted to be there. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to afford a ticket though. But yeah, it probably will be fun to be fair. No, not at all. Just, I want this season over. So I just want this season to end. I just want to get to July. I hate June. Everything about June I hate. Can I tell you something? I hate June. June is just a nasty, nasty month. Like, just skip past June, hop into July, enjoy the pre-season, and then in August, finally, the new season is nearly here. Like, June is the one month where you just hate it. Cricket World Cup. Oh, no. I can't do cricket. God. Bloody cricket. Oh, cricket. What are you trying to suggest? That I book a ticket to go to the Oval and watch cricket? Oh, no, I can't. I wouldn't waste my money. Yeah. Nunes to De Bruyne. Bellegarde, De Bruyne. Good work from Bellegarde, hunting him down though. Yeah, since the goal, Wolves have lost the momentum a little bit. Half time probably is needed for both teams. Well, for them, I'd say. Oh, I forgot. It's going to be chaos tomorrow. It's going to be chaos tomorrow. It's the final day for the championship, I think. Yeah, tomorrow lunchtime, it's going to be chaos. Villa-Fulham, one of the 2 3 p.m. games. And Arsenal-Bournemouth. I might do a bit of the final day actually tomorrow. Now Riley's made a good run. He's got there. Yeah, I might do one of the Championship games tomorrow for the final day. I don't know yet. Now, at half-time in a minute, I'm going to explain to you how game weeks 36 and game weeks 37 are going to look on Realltom Football, because there is going to be some changes. However, I do have a slight plan of action to try and resolve the issues that I've got to ensure that the best viewer experience can be provided while still I am able to operate at the schedule that I'm comfortable with. One additional minute at the end of the first half. That's 1 minute of added time, guys. Just the one. Bernardo Silva. Kovacic, Doku last. Move of the half, you'd think. O'Reilly. Wolves clearing away. Peter Banks blows the half-time whistle, and Kevin De Bruyne's goal is the difference. And half-time score is Manchester City 1, Wolves 0. Right, over to the stats bar then, people. Pull, and the dogs are barking. But yes, both of the teams that I want to win alongside Manchester City and Wolves, Manchester City, are losing right now. So that £30 is on the line. Right, let's go into it. Man City. We're looking for shots. Shots. How many shots have there been? No, corners. Let's do corners. 5. I only need 2 then. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 7 for over 6.5. Shots. We have had 12, and I need 24. Over 23.5. The goal count must stay under 5.5, so no more than 5 goals in this match. £2.25 is the maximum return. Player stats: Mateus Cunha. to have one shot on target. He has not been able to do that in the first half. He's had one off target. We're looking for at least one Wolves team goal. And how do I figure out booking points? Booking points. Does anybody know how to do booking points? Let me know in the chat below, please. Wolves to win or draw. Yeah, that one's a bit of a gunner, really. I'm hoping that Getafe and Torino can come back and City can just win for that £30. See you tomorrow, Kamar. Have a good night, mate. Yeah, Getafe are definitely coming back into it. You can see that. We're going to see a bit of the highlights, I think. Yes, we are. Right after this quick ad. Here's the goal. Comes in now from and it's headed in by Florian. So yeah, there we go. We don't need to look any more at that, do we, really? And I would rather these adverts just piss off. Yes, Torino, we want them to win as well. They're 1-0 back against Venezia right now. And yeah, Venezia have been a little bit more dominant, but they're just in the second half, and they are on a green spike right now. The XG is in favour of Venezia, but I'm hoping Torino can come back, because if Torino, Getafe and City will win, £30 will be returned to my bank account at one. For City and Wolves then, yeah. Good first half, competitive, but Wolves started to fade out a bit after that De Bruyne goal. Some big chances, though. Big chances. And we're going to hear from the Friday night football pundits on Sky with a bit more in-depth kind of analysis in that first half. And that one from Menezzi, oh, God. Here. What a sensational ball. Bit of a heavy touch. The ball is a little bit too heavy for Menezzi, in my opinion, there. And Ait Nouri, this is good. Pays it into Cunha. And it comes back to Ait Nouri. He's got to score. And it's about 3 or 4 attempts in about 10-15 seconds there. Created chaos. And there was that Doku twisting and turning run. Cuts it back. And De Bruyne just pops it in. No, it's been a good first half, honestly. It's been all right. And what a finish by De Bruyne. So those were the clips, and the second half is on its way. Right. I don't really know what else to say other than let's see what second half has to deliver. And yeah, tomorrow, I'm considering doing the championship final day. It's all at 12:30. Every single bloody game. Either that or we'll do Villa against Fulham. Might end up doing the championship final day. Josh can have his moment with Villa, and we'll do the championship final day here, but I'm not sure yet. 3 p.m. game, I'm also a bit kind of not decided on what I want to do. 3 p.m. tomorrow, 5:30 Arsenal Bournemouth. Super Sunday will be Brighton Newcastle and the Chelsea Liverpool game. And then Monday, horrible bank holiday Monday, will be Crystal Palace against Nottingham Forest. Yep, I've done it as well. I would love to win the jackpot this week. In fact, let's quickly go through what my predictions are. It's a good idea. And see if I want to edit them as well. I may end up editing some. I don't know yet, though. Right, we'll go through me versus Jamie Carragher as well. Right, my predictions come as follows. For round 55, Everton 2, Ipswich 0 is my prediction. Jamie Carragher has predicted 3-1 for that game. Leicester City 0, Southampton 1 is what I've predicted. He's gone for a 1-1 draw. I've got Arsenal. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. I'm going to change that to 2-0. You know, Arsenal. Boom. I'm going to go 2-0. And he's gone for a 1-1 draw. And then for the Brentford Man United game, I've gone 3-1 to Brentford. He's gone 2-1 to Brentford. Brighton Newcastle, I've gone 2-1 to Newcastle. He's gone 3-1 to Newcastle. And for the Chelsea Liverpool game, I've gone for a 1-1 draw. He's gone 2-2. And last week, I predicted 2 correct scores, two scores correctly. Bournemouth 1, Man United 1. And the Wolves Leicester 3-0 as well. Don't say that. It's not going to happen either. No, they're actually not in great form at the minute, so fingers crossed we beat them. Just so we cheer. I just want someone to cheer about. What they're advertising? Oh, Super League. Right then, second half, nearly here. City 1, Wolves 0. Minimum shots required in that second half is 12 to achieve the over 23.5. Under 5.5 goals if we can stay. Another 2 corners, and we achieve the winner. A little bit of Micah Richards outside the Etihad with the City fans there, singing about Kevin De Bruyne. Well, let's find out if Kevin De Bruyne can add to his goal scoring tally or do something in this game to make City win by more. Will Wolves come back to continue their winning record of 6 and turn it to 7? Find out. And there's an early stoppage in the second half here. And Menetzi has gone down. He was holding his face. Gets a helping hand back up. Oh, just gets an arm in the face from Ruben Diaz. I'd say just get back up, mate. No need really to make a big deal out of that. It's Guardiola. O'Reilly. That's not a foul. That with Jose Sarr. Marmouche. Bellegar went into a tackle on Bernardo Silva there. It was fair. Docker O'Reilly, good interception. Semedo and Docker was tracking back. Wins the ball. Here's Guardiola. O'Reilly to Doku on the left. O'Reilly, Kovacic. Dribbling Diaz, work wide right to Nunez. And Bernardo Silva fed through to De Bruyne. And Marmoush was in a bit of a tight spot. Bernardo Silva to Doku. Doku, it's good work. It's a good run. Too much of that ball for De Bruyne. The ball's gone out of play. I see potential opening. Menezes might be able to get through the middle. No. Good work from Nunez. Track back and made sure that Menezes was not going to get through the gap. Bit of a mess between Nunez and Gvardiol. Showing that chance to get through the lines for Menezes. O'Reilly's Jamie Doku. Diaz. 6 minutes gone in the first half. Any goal alerts from the games that we're keeping our eyes on? It's no. Marmoush was down there, but he's got back up. Marmoush has gone back down as well. There you go. Yeah, come on, Wolves. Let's see if they can do something. Although, if Torino and Getafe both turn around their deficits, then I would want City to win because of that £30 prize from £2.50. Jordan's here. I haven't seen you in a while, Jordan. Good to see you. Welcome aboard. How you doing, Jordan Hyman? Marmouche, I think he's going to go off. He's limping. If he is able to continue, then obviously he's going to have to wait 30 seconds, but you would suspect that at some point Haaland will need some game time, considering he's fit to start, well, fit to make the bench and play. Omar Mamouche, the January signing, who has been a bit of a live spark with City. And of course, filling in for Erling Haaland. He's been stricken for quite a while. He's back to his feet and back on the pitch. Here's Semedo. Oh, there's a chance for a pass here. Bellegarde, yeah. What's I normally doing playing it against a City player? Just put a cross in. Goes for a throw-in. Bit wasteful, I think, from Ignore. Did well to keep it in Bellegarde, but O'Reilly was caught out there. João Gomez. Cunha's taken it down well, and he's got space to dig out the shot. He's hit the post. Wow. Starting to knock on the door a bit more again, Wolves. After a bit of a down spell from the conceded goal. Oh my Guardiola. Still 1-0 City. I think Akanji's coming on here. So Nico O'Reilly, his day is done. And Manuel Akanji is going to come on to replace him. Still no Erling Haaland yet, the City though. The City fans are going to have to wait a little bit longer for Erling Haaland to make his full return. Gundogan. Intercepted by Aït-Nouri. It was a bit of a cheap giveaway from the City point of view. Balogun. And the ball in, and Cunha. The header. Menetzi's gone over. There was a collision between him and Guardiola. Kovacic, yeah, that's been checked. The potential penalty. Menetzi appealing for penalty for... Well, it looked like he was pulled down by Guardiola, but not enough. Well, Erling is warming up. Cunha didn't quite have the wizardry to slip over the lines, but here's Aït-Nouri. I'm Arteta out no matter what, mate. But well, I said it. If we get knocked out by PSG on Wednesday, the minute the full-time whistle goes, Josh Kroenke should just go to Arteta and say to him, mate, you're sacked. Because I want a trophy this season, and that is, yeah. And Josh Kroenke, by the way, is the co-owner, just so you're aware. He is the son of Stan Kroenke, who is the main owner. It's not bad. I will say that I'm feeling a little bit lightheaded and drowsy, though, because of all the hot weather. It's cooled down a bit today, but it's been a warm old week. Yeah, my body's looking forward to a rest tonight, I think. I'm just not going to look forward to it. My opinion on that, I don't know. Former Spurs, Man United, and Chelsea manager. Bit of a plonker. Don't know if it'd work, but if you can win us a trophy. De Bruyne, a big deflection, and he wins City a corner. Yeah, I'll tell you what my body needs right now. It needs a couple of nights in an hotel. My body don't need no bank holiday. All it needs is about 2 nights in an hotel. And it'll be alright. I am craving that right now, just a night in a hotel. A lot of people don't crave hotels, but I do. I absolutely crave staying in hotels. Because I always tend to sleep well. and I'm not obligated to get up at a specific time early in the morning. It was so nice, you know, Blackburn and Norwich, you know, both occasions being able to just, I know he's on a corner, wake up in the morning, chill out, go for brekkie. Yeah, with these dogs, you can't really have a lie-in. Totty Gomez. Right, Nori, it's going to be another corner. Wolves corner from the left. It's quite an overload of that front area. I believe that came from off a Kanji. And Marmouche is going to bring it clear. Mrs. Doku with the pass. Came off Semedo. And it will be a throw-in. Yeah. I don't want Ten Hag, mate. Yeah, he won 2 trophies for United, but not for me. Oh. Tell you what I am going to do tomorrow morning. The plan is to get all this cut. That is my plan for tomorrow morning. Get a haircut. Well, don't like it. I'll tell you what I did get to do this week. Wednesday morning, I was able to sort of go back to bed because I didn't have to go to the internship until lunchtime because I had a meeting outside of it at 11:30. Does it? Oh, God. Fraser, when are we ever going to see your face reveal, mate? Yeah, now don't be surprised tomorrow if I come on stream looking all dapper with my hair all nice and styled and nothing on the back and sides. Even in the winter, I always have 0 on the back and sides. 0. Let's do a deal. If Liverpool do not win the Community Shield, you do a face reveal. Gavardio, lovely ball. Doku, bit too far wide, and De Bruyne is there. Bit of a tight spot. Space for Marmouche. Digs out the shot. Not a bad move from City. Guardiola. Gundogan. Kovacic. And Doku on the left. Oscar Guardiola. Marmouche on the right. Has to play a bit of fetch. Nunez. There's a Kanji. Doku. Worked wide right by Kanji. And it's into Bernardo Silva. Space for Kovacic. Dragged the shot. "20 minutes to go. Man City 1, Wolves 0. The first half goal from De Bruyne is still the only goal in the game, the goal that separates between the two sides. See if we've got any goals in the games that we've got our eyes on. And I can inform you that there has been an equaliser for Torino. And Getafe yet to respond. We do need Getafe and Torino both to win their games in order to get that £30, which would, at this time of the year, be lovely. Minute 72, approaching minute 73. Ball forward. Doku is there. And Semedo covered, but it's been picked up by Marmouche, who was sharp, but he was closed down. Bernardo Silva's down. Right, no, oh, that's not good. Oh. Hello, hello. Oh, that's... I think that's a red card, that. That did not look nice. Oh, studs right on his... Oh, no. No, he's got to go. Oh, dear. Oh. It's not nice. That is not nice from Ainori at all. Yeah, it's got to be a red. Stood straight on the shin area. Got to go, I think. They've cleared it. I'm surprised. It did not look nice. I think he's lucky Ryan Aït-Nouri to get away with that one. His foot rolls over the ball and his studs are right on Bernardo Silva's shin area. I think it's got to be a red card. It's not. Yeah, it was he's a lucky boy, I know there. And yeah, Bernardo Silva, thank God he's okay, because I mean, we saw so many replays of that challenge. It was a horrid challenge, and I'm surprised that Peter Banks has not been sent to the monitor there to send him off. Because for me, that's a straight red, that challenge from him on Bernardo Silva. Yeah, did you see it? It's horrible. Oh, his foot rolls over the ball, and then the studs directly on his shin. He's got to go. It's a red. Could do some real damage to Bernardo Silva. Rodrigo Gomez to Pablo Sarabia. It's Andre for Wolves. We've got 15 minutes to go. Are Torino going to find a winner? Against Lazio, I'll leave that on my screen. Because, of course, I need Torino and Getafe to win. So Cunha and Gvardiol have just been involved in the collision now. And they're both down. Kicks his ankle. Looks to me as though Cunha kicks the ankle of Gvardiol. But he was holding underneath his knee like that kind of hamstring area. Cunha. Around 30 minutes to go here. Still 1-0 to City. And the bet builder is going to win, I think. Just check my shot count. 15. I need another 6. I need another 6 shots. No, I don't need more than that. Just check that I get this. Need another flurry of shots. Akanji. Cunha. Manetzi tried to go for a dummy there. It's going to work. Nicely worked out of trouble, City. De Bruyne. I'm surprised he's not getting tired. He's been on his feet and moving all game. But honestly, it was pulled back to see a card. I think it's a bookie in there for me for Gomez. It took him back. Well, Andre's gone off to be replaced by Gonçalo Guedes. So a very attacking change for Wolves as they look to try and steal something from this game late on. The deficit is slowly at 1. Dokune Kanji. Marmouche. Akanji to Ruben Diaz. And it's been run out of play. Poor ball by Gundogan. Poor attempt, really. Playing the ball from Gundogan. Let's see, Sarabia. That was nearly the bright pass picks. So, 3 changes for City. Doesn't look like we are going to see any of Erling Haaland today, but I'm on Marmouche. He's going to come off here. And I think he's going to be replaced by Phil Foden. It's Rico Lewis for Omar Marmouche. Kevin De Bruyne. The goal scorer and the goal scorer of the match-winning goal, it appears, as well. And here he goes off. The Etihad serenades him in the sing-song of his name. So the 3 changes: De Bruyne replaced by Phil Foden, Rico Lewis on for Omar Mamouche, and James McAtee on to replace Ilkay Gundogan. Lovely from Bernardo Silva. And Doku. Radio. Kovacic. Yeah, there's not much between the 2 sides. It's a free kick. It's the right call by Peter Banks. Changes. Away. There we go. What we're going to get changes-wise. We're going to see Wang. Cunha is going off for Wolves. So it's a double change. And it's Hwang Hee-chan to replace him, and Santiago Bueno is coming on to replace Nelson Semedo. For the last 5 minutes of the match here, plus added time. Torino drew. No £30. Lewis has done well. It's a good run. And not quite. What's this shot count looking like? Still only 15 shots. Ooh, bit of a women's Super League Manchester derby. Birmingham City, London City. Oh, nice. Bit of a mix there. Women's Championship, Women's Super League. Not bad. Not a bad mix of footy. I think I might do the FL final day tomorrow, you know. Might do. There's not been too much of an element of excitement, has there, in this second half, really? Although I'm thinking, yeah, if I do the Championship final day tomorrow, I might get a bit of excitement. Probably get more excitement out of the Championship final day than Villa Fulham. So, yeah, I think we'll do the Championship final day tomorrow, 12:30. And then we'll go to Premier League for 3 o'clock and 5:30. That's my thinking. And I am obviously going to be rooting for Coventry to make the playoffs and win the playoffs and come to the Premier League. We know that Burnley and Sheffield United, Burnley and Leeds are coming up. Be an interesting day tomorrow at 12:30 for the Championship final day. What do you think, guys? Should I do it? Or should I do Villa Fulham? Let me know in chat below. Yeah, this second half, unfortunately, has just not been quite entertaining enough. First half was all right. Wolves played really well, but second half's just been a bit... Now I'm feeling a bit blur at the fact it's a bank holiday on Monday. I don't like bank holidays one bit. Not one little bit. Oh, too much on that ball there. Yeah, João Gomez showing the frustration. Player of the match is an obvious one. Kevin De Bruyne, we all know it. Look at the camera. Right on him. There you go. Scored the winner. Pretty soulless game in the second half. The match winner is the man of the match. Simple as can be. I don't mean there'll be much added time either. I reckon we're only get about 5. There you go. 5 minutes added time, folks, at the end here. And that's how long Wolves have to try and find any form of response in this game. They are still only 1 behind, so there's a chance that they could get something out of this. But I think City will come through with the 1-0 win. Oh, dear. The free kick, yeah. How'd you do? Chance. Yeah, I can't really say that, Wolves have lost badly here. You know what I mean? It's going to be a bad ending to that run. It's a very narrow defeat. It's been a pretty soulless game, second half in particular. That 1 goal separator, and they just couldn't find a response. I'm not going to go at Wolves and say, look, they've been shit tonight. You know what I mean? And it's a bad way for that run to end. They've had a great winning streak. And a 1-0 defeat at the Etihad is nothing to complain about. Really. They will have wanted more, and I felt like in the first half, up until the goal, they played excellently. And they were worthy of something. This second half, though, unfortunately, has been a bit soulless and lifeless. We're going to see a bit of Nico Gonzalez for the last couple of minutes. 2.5 minutes he'll get, and he's on to replace Mateo Kovacic. Yeah, definitely no Haaland tonight. Nunezki, yeah, he let that run out, no problemo. I don't think I remember this Friday night. It's not really been a memorable game. But yeah, tomorrow, if I do the championship final day, should be exciting. See who goes down, see who gets the playoff spots, see who wins the league between Leeds and Burnley. It's all exciting tomorrow. And then the 3 p.m.s are going to be quite mild. There's only 2 3 p.m. games tomorrow, so we'll have one of the two. And then hopefully Arsenal get the job done against Bournemouth, but I can't guarantee it. I don't feel too confident. Don't really care. Yeah, I just want to see us win and be ready for PSG on Wednesday. Super Sunday is going to be all right. Brighton, Newcastle, and Chelsea, Liverpool. Nice little pick. Nice little bunch of games. It's not the worst of weekends, but I have a feeling it's going to be a long weekend because of the bank holiday. Or chance for an opening maybe last second. Oh, will it be a late corner? Yep, late corner. Peter Banks is going to allow them to take the corner. They've got to be quick though, Wolves. And Jose Sarr is going up. That'll be the set piece coach telling him to go up, I think. Sarr went up, and that is it. The final whistle goes, and Manchester City do get the 1-goal win. Kevin De Bruyne with the only goal in the match. Like I said, pretty soulless, but Wolves did compete in the first half until the goal. But it's KDB in his final season getting a winning goal for City, which earns them 3 points against Wolverhampton Wanderers. That does put Wolves' winning streak to a halt. But it is a positive night for Manchester City and only a narrow 1-0 defeat for Wolves, who just couldn't quite find that equalising goal to liven up the game a bit. So the final score is City 1, Wolves 0. Well, tomorrow, I think we're going to do the Championship final day. Like I said, a bit of a mixed bag tomorrow. Championship final day, got to do it. We'll let Josh do Villa Fulham. So come and join us for the Championship final day. We'll take you through all the drama of what happens on the final day of the Championship, who goes down, who goes up, and who makes the playoffs. And most importantly as well, who wins the league between Leeds and Burnley. And then we've got 3 o'clock action, either Leicester against Southampton or Everton against Ipswich. You can take your pick as to which one do you want me to do. I might put a poll out, might not, don't know. But we'll have one of those 2 games live with goal flashes of the other game, of course. And then at 5:30, Arsenal against Bournemouth with Super Sunday, consisting of Brighton against Newcastle, followed by Chelsea against Liverpool, which is the weekend's headliner. And on Monday night, Crystal Palace will face Nottingham Forest, who, of course, are in a bit of a purple patch at the minute. Well, here, there's not a lot more for me to say other than good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the triple-headed Saturday, the final triple-headed Saturday of the season. And it's going to be a good one.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes. need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. We are heroes tonight, we will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight, yeah. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.